Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of GMBA Universe. I'm your host today. My name is Wesley. I'm from GMBA class 2023.
Hi everyone, I'm Emanuela. I'm from GMBA class 2024.
Emanuela, I want to ask you a question. Do you know about industry films?
Unfortunately, I don't have any idea. What about you?
When I heard about industry films, I thought it was about movies. But it is something quite unique and different. And today we are gathering here because we have a very unique guest. He is one of our great GMBA alumni, Mr. Louis Pedraza from class 2010. And Louis is a board member of Terichem Tervakoski, which is an industry film producing company in Ukraine.
Louis, thank you so much for joining us today. Could you please give us an introduction of yourself?
Okay, my name is Luis Pedraza. I am from Mexico City. I GMBA class 2010. At the moment, I'm sales manager in Terichem Tervakoski, Suite, Slovakia. Board member of Terichem Tervakoski in Ukraine, as well board member in Terafan Flexibles, which is a company that is also making flexo printing and packaging applications. And recently, from 2023, I am manager of the statutory board of a company called Kedos, Chemosuite Kedos. This company, Chemosuite Kedos, they are making freight, transportation, logistics, and we have over 79 trucks all around Europe, and we have dispatches, we have international trades, and so on. So this is currently what I'm doing, and I'm so happy to be here. Actually, I'm a mechanical engineer from the university, and the GMBA bring me this change in the career to also be a part of management, sales, and so on. So happy that I'm here.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, Louis, for joining us today. It sounds like you have 3 to 4 titles and working currently. Are they all at the same time?
Yes, everything is at the same time. Let's say that sales manager is the priority, and then in this part also as a board member, we are taking the decision over the direction of the company, what should be done in each of the companies, which investment should be doing, reviewing the financial status of the company. But in a way, you don't have to be there every day. You have to be watching like a snapshot of how the company is going, reviewing it, and all the time just bringing some ideas. So to be in such a different kind of industries, it's fantastic, and it helped me a lot.
It looks like you are taking the major role in the management part. Could you elaborate more on the industry film? What exactly does that do for the application for other regions?
Just let me explain you a little bit about this Terichem Tervakoski. History of Terichem Tervakoski goes over 100 years. In 1921, we started to produce the first capacitor applications for the world. At the time, this company in Finland, they started to produce this dielectric film for the capacitors made from paper. Dielectric material, what it means, you form a capacitor from a conductive material and dielectric material. So it means something have to be emitting the electricity, something it have to be not transmitting the electricity. So for example, in the beginning, paper was the electric material that we were using in 1921. At the moment, we are using polypropylene film, and we are one of the only companies in Europe that we are having also a metallization process. So we are already making the film for the next generation. Our film is so unique that we use it for companies like Hitachi, ABB, Siemens. Yes, and the film is so thin that is under 2 micron film. So just put it in a little bit like a rough way. Your hair thickness is from 17 micron to 81 micron. We are producing film under 2 micron film, so it is very, very thin film, which you can use it for very high demanding applications, which you can use for over 30 years in the markets. When you think about it, it's your full career.
Wow. Okay. So it's producing the film for the capacitor and using in a very wide range.
Very wide range. Yes.
Okay. So as you mentioned before, you are also the board member and you're in charge of the management side, right? So overlooking the companies and making decisions is quite crucial. Now, we all know that the war between Russia and Ukraine made a huge impact worldwide, right? So my question is, what is the impact that you face with your company and the factory, and how did you adjust to them?
Well, it changed everything. The invasion of Russia to Ukraine, it changed the way that we see the world nowadays. Let's put it not in my perspective of the company itself, but let's put it around all European Union companies. We have energetic crisis coming all 2022, and it's continuing 2023. So at the time we were buying the megawatt hour for 140 euro per megawatt. In some point, the energy went all the way to 1,000 euros per megawatt. So it is 10 times, almost 10 times more expensive than you were buying before. So think about this big impact that it creates in all the companies. Suddenly you have high inflation. You don't know what is going to be in the everyday basis. When you think about even the sales of the goods between the European Union and the European Union countries, you even don't know what is going to be the price of your good for the next month. In the perspective of Terichem Tervakoski, the most important for us, for sure, it's our people in Ukraine, that they are safe. Locally, our company is located in the west part of Ukraine, so it is very close to Poland.
Okay.
We didn't have many incidents just in the first days of the invasion. We had the military airport of Ukraine, of the city where is located the factory in Lutsk. It was bombarded. And then thanks to the help of the European Union, it was interlinked the electricity from the European Union to Ukraine. So this makes actually the production even more stable. During this year, we are going to install also a generator of electricity for our plant in Ukraine. So this will be as a backup plant, because during the last year we also have many changes in the infrastructure. For example, they were bombarding the transformators, and then we were having a lot of energy disruptions in Ukraine. So yes, like I'm telling you, this war, it changed all the way how to do business. So it just changed the way that we can see the world.
Yes, the war has changing everything and everything how it works. Apart from adjustments, I have a question about, as a board member of the company, what will be the hardest decision to make?
Well, the hardest decision in this kind of economy, and because we really believe that the company is doing great, we are making such a great product, and we are going to invest over 30 million euros for a new line in Slovakia, which it will be one of its kind. So in 2025, we will have the new line. So I think this is one of the hardest decisions to make.
Yes, for sure. Could you remind me, please, again about the purpose of the project?
The purpose of the project is to increase our capacity by 5,000 tons per year. So we will have 3 lines in Slovakia, 1 line in Ukraine, and we will become one of the largest producers of the electric films in the world.
Okay.
And also this line, because it's one of its kind. When you have this kind of film, it looks something like this film. It is just basically like you will see some kind of like the plastic like film in rolls, right? So when you make this kind of film, the film is called biaxial oriented polypropylene. It's biaxial oriented because it's oriented in 2 ways, in the machine direction and in the other way. When you make this process in production, you make it in different stages. One, you make it in one way, you stretch it, and then you make it the other way. So this is how you produce this BOPP film. Okay. In this new line that we are going to invest, and we're already constructing, and we will open up in 2025, it will be a simultaneous oriented line. So that by that means is that you will not have the process in 2 ways, but you will make it in 1 way. You will stretch the film. So this will give you a new capacity where we will be able to play with different kind of parameters for our capacitor films.
Okay.
I hope I'm not going too technical in this way.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Well, it's to see how the company is really working on such a unique product. You have something to ask?
Thank you so much, Mr. Lee, for your sharing. My questions are more about your experience in the GMBA program. So, as an alumni of the GMBA, can you share with us any fun memories during your time studying?
Everything was fun about the Global MBA. We were having a trip to Vietnam. At the time, we travel everybody all our classmates to Vietnam and to see this country. It was fantastic. I think in our GMBA, and I believe that it's still alive. We were more than classmates. We were like family. Everybody was coming from different kind of background,
Yeah.
country. We have people from all around the world. So every day it was funny. It was fantastic. That's something I will never forget.
Okay.
Thank you. And my next question is, when you considered and applied for the GMBA program, what was the future career path that you envisioned for your
As I was saying in the beginning, I'm coming from very technical way. So when I started the university, I'm mechanical electrical engineer. Then at the time I was making some exchange. I was exchange student in Germany, in Technical University of Berlin, and in China, in Shanghai Jiao Tong University. When I was in Germany and in China, I really wanted to change this kind of very technical way and to know a little bit more from the other side, so from the management. So when I entered to Taiwan, the first thing that I thought it was that I wanted to study the GMBA, learn more about the management. So it really changed a lot of things.
Okay, thank you. And thinking back at the days when you were studying, what was your favorite courses?
Well, there are many courses that it was my favorites. Of course, one of the best ones is from Professor Jinsu. And it was like statistics. And it's been useful for every day of my life. Of course, you are using statistics and all the way of thinking, even to see the balance sheet of the companies, because the balance sheet is like a photograph of how it's doing currently. The other topic that I really love, it was with Professor Tang. It was called Global Business Management. So basically there we were just get to read everything, how it's going the world, how it's going, how this globalization, it really helps in, it really come back to us in our everyday life decisions. So how is everything interlinked? Before, in the past, I was just thinking that, okay, if something happened in China, stay in China. If something happened in Mexico, stay in Mexico. If something happened in Taiwan, stay in Taiwan. But now you can really see that everything is interlinked, and this global business management, it was one of the best topics I took. Also, another topic that I really love, it was revenue management. This was basically meaning how to understand how the airlines they are making the revenue of the management. How some days they are offering more expensive prices of the tickets, and how some days they are offering like lower prices of the tickets, and how you can maximize the output and the pricing of the company. So this was like some kind of great topics that I remember from the GMBA.
Okay.
As a current GMBA student, the next question that I'm going to ask you is really important for me. How has your degree helped you in your current position? And what skills or knowledge did you gain from the program that have been valuable to you?
Well, it helped me in many ways, but I think this G part of the MBA is what really helps the most to understand the cultural difference that we have all around the globe. In my current world, in my current position, I have to meet with people from many countries, people from Taiwan, people from Europe, people from all around the world. So this really makes the difference, and I think the G part of the GMBA is the most important feature that it really helped me to meet people and to understand that we are one, that it doesn't matter where you come from, we are the same. We were having a lot of people from Latin America, which we are very alike, but we were having people from USA, from Canada, a lot of people from Europe, and now where I'm living in Europe, you can really understand that, for example, what Slovaks thinks or Polish thinks or Ukrainians is not the same that, for example, Germans or the people from the West Europe really thinks. And then when you go all the way to Asia, but it's really a big amount of different thoughts. So this is, I believe that the G part of the GMBA is the most amazing feature that you can have.
Okay. Now I'm from Taiwan. Right. And so I will be interested to know how do you feel about Taiwan in your first impression? Was there any like cultural shock to you when you were here?
It was not a culture. You know, I was expecting a little bit different. People from Taiwan, they were very kind. They were trying to help you every single way. I remember a couple of times because I'm a little bit clumsy, so a couple of times I lose the wallet, and then somebody was calling me, "Hey, I have your wallet," and with all the IDs and so on. So this is something that you cannot see in any countries in the world. The people, they are so kind. The country and the culture is fascinating to me. In such a small island to put so much heart, it's amazing. So really, my shock, it was for the good, really for the good. I love Taiwan, so nothing
Okay,
more
thank
I
you so
can
much
tell
for
you.
saying that. Yeah, thank you so much for saying that. Emanuela, do you have more questions?
Sorry, can I say hi? Hi to you guys.
Hello, Professor. Very, very nice to see you.
Yeah, long time no see, but now you're like very successful businessman, right?
We are trying to do.
In terms of culture shock, I mean, cultural difference, I remember that you used to put on suit for the class.
Yes.
But
Now,
then
no.
all the Taiwanese students, came with really casual, appearance. So you got shocked very much that time. Do you remember?
Yes, I remember.
Okay. Louis, in the manage level, since actually you are working in many different roles. You are working sales, and then you are working in board members. Now you're working manager. For the manager's side, I'm curious, what are the skills you need to have and in your managing role?
You have to really understand the business itself, and you really have to understand the people, to really connect with the people. I think that is the most important thing. To really understand, okay, business are business, but the most important thing is to run with the people, to understand what is their feeling in order to encourage them to make themselves better every single day. I think that people will develop the maximum of themselves when they feel part of a team, part of something bigger than themselves. So when they have the feeling like the company is doing great, we are doing great, and they come with new ideas, they come with something that they can change, I think that's the most important thing and the most important skill that you need when you are in this kind of management, really like the emotional intelligence.
You mentioned about you need to make them feel they are part of something great, and so they feel motivated, and they have new ideas and energy to do this. Right? How can you manage them and make them feel they are doing something more for themselves?
What we are trying to do is to be very open and very straightforward in the company. So when somebody make a mistake, we talk with them in the private. We said, yes, you make a mistake, these things happen, and we are not making micromanagement. And at the end of the day, we are also making something in the company that is called face to face. So every now and then, like every, let's say, half year, we sit with the people, we sit with the managers, and we really talk one to one. We tell them, what are you doing good? What are you doing wrong? What can you improve? And how do you feel about the company? And also, when somebody does something great, when it brings an idea to the company, we really celebrate it. We really embrace them. We really tell them, thank you so much for bringing this idea to the company. It really makes some change. So it's not really simple, because for sure you have people that they will come to the company, and for them they will be very happy to sit like 30 minutes without doing nothing. This is something that we have to work every day with all our people.
Okay. Okay, that's great to hear. What about in the sales role? Is this one of the things that you enjoy doing as a sale?
Yes. So it's about, for me, the sales is to bring the solutions to the customers. When I go and I visit them and I see them face to face, the main part is to really know what are their needs, and together to really think what we can do for you and what solutions we can bring to you. So we will bring this extra value to the company. And it's something that I really like. I also believe about the sales that never get angry with the people. Like sometimes, your customers, they will really not understand the pricing and they will get angry. But when you really have a really good quality product, you have to really put the pricing how it is. I will tell you some example. Now we have to increase the prices by a lot because we have more expensive energy, we have more expensive salaries. So it's not easy when you sit with the customer and you tell him, hey, we are going to put you 20% higher price. They will say like, why? I don't really understand it. But you have to come to a common understanding that, we have this problem and it's not only one way. It's coming both ways, because when the situation is better, for example, in the way of the prices of the energy, which they decrease, then in this way, you can really decrease the prices, and it have to be open communication. This is something that I really like.
Okay, so keeping customers' relationship is important, right?
That's the most important thing.
Most important as a sales, also communications.
Yes.
Have you always been having these skill sets about communications and understanding for people around you? Or it's through some long time of training?
It is. I've been all the time. I'm talking too much.
I can say that. Latin guys, you guys always have a capability of communication, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, always open-minded. You like to hang out with the people, and I remember you. Very soft, kind, and optimistic. So I'm really happy to see that you kind of brought all of your good parts to grow your business. And good job.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Professor. It really means a lot. It really means a lot. I really enjoy all the GMBA, all the classes, and the GMBA. If we have already this kind of skills, because it will not change your personality itself, but it really will polish your skills.
Okay.
Yeah, I really, feel like looking at children who grow up successfully. You guys are really my second family, especially that time.
Yes, we really all the time think about the same. We were all the time calling it like GMBA family, and it was like a fact. We were not classmates and professor, but we really connect between each other. So we were enjoying the time. We were even having extracurricular time together. We were just enjoying ourselves. So this is something great.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Please spread the energy to the junior students too in this interview, because unfortunately I need to go for another meeting. So I'm so sorry that I cannot stay longer. But thank you again, Luis, for doing this interview. And I think we'll keep in touch, and let's have another interview.
Anytime. I'm all the time open, and anytime you have time, just let me know. I will be here.
Sure. Okay, thank you. So I go
Thank
first.
you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and very nice to see you, Joseph.
See you in a bit.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Do you have more questions?
Yeah, my last question for you will be, how do you stay connected with the GMBA community today? And how do you feel that connection benefited to you personally and professionally?
Well, we are very well connected, all our classmates. Like I was saying in the beginning, we have a good connection between all our Taiwanese classmates. We were having people from Vietnam, we were having people from South Africa, Latin America, USA, a lot of people all around Europe. So we really connect, and we try to make a meeting every now and then. The last meeting that we had, it was during the pandemic in 2019. And we were like just presenting how everybody is doing through life, what are they doing now. And I was very happy at the time to really know that everybody is doing great. So how this can help you in your career? I will give you a practical example. Last time I wanted somebody who will be able to be selling some of our products in Vietnam. So for us in Europe, you will think, how you will do it, how you can bring something from Vietnam. For me, it was not a problem. because I just get the phone and I was calling with a very good friend from the GMBA and I'm telling him, hey, Danny, what do you think? We want to sell this product. Do you have idea? And they said right away, yes, I will give you one of my very good friends that is specializing in this business. So it's a win-win, the GMBA, and also that you stay good friends and connected through and after the GMBA. I think that is what you will really win in this global MBA.
Louis, for last questions for our interview today, I would like to know if you have some advices or words for our GMBA students.
Well, my advice is to really enjoy the path. It's not about, it's like when you walk. Normally here in Slovakia where we live, there is a lot of mountains, right? So everybody wants to go to the peak as quickly as they want. But then once you arrive to the peak, you realize that it was never about going to the peak. It was about the path, that the path, it really changed you. The path, the people around you. So really take a small breath, enjoy it. Enjoy every single day that you are with the classmate. Try to have fun. Try to go outside. Try to have some beer, to really exchange some thoughts. That will be the way. It's not about the end, but it's about the path. So just enjoy the path. Just enjoy the process in the MBA because it really changed you for good.
Okay. Thank you very much for your sharing and wonderful experience here in GMBA and your work. They are all very insightful, and certainly we learned a lot from that. And well, thank you for coming to Taiwan. I feel proud to able to receive you, as a Taiwanese.
Yes. I'm so happy, and I'm so happy about Taiwan. I will all the time calling Taiwan my second home.
There's a famous Latin phrase, but I'm going to say it back to you. Mi casa, su casa.
Mi casa, su casa. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much.
Sí, muchas gracias. Mucho gusto.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much for your time today, and we really hope to see you on another time, and we all stay connected. Okay.
Let's stay connected, and thank you so much for your time.
Yes, thank you very much for your time, and wish you all the best for your company in 2025 for the upcoming years, and all your family and your friends. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and all the best for the GMBA.